Welcome. If everyone would please stand for the national anthem and remain standing as our graduates enter the gymnasium afterwards.
You may be seated. Good afternoon. I'm thankful that you've joined us today to celebrate the many accomplishments of our nursing students. As Professor Beavers mentioned, I am the Dean of the Division of Health Technologies here at Southwest. Programs in our division include Health Science Tech, Occupational Therapy Assistant, Practical Nursing, Radiology, Emergency Medical Services, Phlebotomy, Pharmacy Tech, and of course, Nursing. So as you can imagine, collectively, our graduates provide care to citizens across Southwest Virginia and beyond. We are proud to be the training institution for generations of healthcare providers and to take part in increasing the wellness of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today, we celebrate the 2023 graduates and the field of nursing. These outstanding students are committing themselves to assessing the needs of patients in their community, forming a diagnosis that considers physical symptoms and patients' behaviors, setting and implementing outcome goals for the recovery of their patients, and evaluating the progress of their patients towards those goals. Simply put, they are holistically caring for the well-being of the citizens of Virginia. We are certainly grateful to have such capable individuals transitioning into the profession. Congratulations to our graduates, and welcome everyone to the pinning and award ceremony for the nursing program class of 2023.
Hello, welcome. I'm Nia Beavers. I am the RN Program Coordinator here at Southwest, and I would like to take a moment to introduce our platform guests and faculty. First, we have Dr. Robert Brandon, who's the Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Clint Pinion, the Dean of Health Technologies. Miss Diana Cantrell. Miss Sherry Carpenter. Miss Samantha Fraley. Miss Bethany Rose. Miss Angel Shelton. Miss Kim Smith. Miss Sunshine Wilmot. We also have with us our Administrative Assistant for the Health Technology Division, Miss Tammy Austin. If there are any clinical instructors in the audience, please stand to be recognized at this time also. Okay. And what an honor it is today for our pinning ceremony to be on National Nurses Day. I don't know if you all realize that. But we're super excited to have the pinning on this day. So I would just like to take a moment to recognize any nurse that's here today, both in the past or current. If you would, please stand to be recognized at this time. This is National Nurses Week, the beginning of it, and it concludes with Miss Florence Nightingale's birthday on the 12th. So I thought that was great because we're also graduating on the 12th. Okay, at this time we would like for our student speakers to come forward. These two students were elected by their peers to represent them today. And first up, we will have Chessie Billups. She is our Southwest on-campus student. And second will be Abigail Jones, our Southwest Booth Center student.
Welcome families, faculty, and soon-to-be nursing graduates. My name is Chessie Billups. I'm deeply honored to speak today on behalf of Class of 2023. Today is a day to celebrate our incredible accomplishments. Pat yourselves on the back. Every single one of us has earned the right to set foot on this stage for pinning, and today we will wear these scrubs for the last time. I want to thank everyone who has supported us along the way. Thanks to the staff that has largely been available at the craziest hours. You put up with all our shenanigans and all our stressed out texts. There are so many things I wish I could say, but none of the words feel like enough. We came in these doors hungry for our degree, and we will all be walking out as professionals. So thank you for your guidance and your continuing commitment to this program. And to our families and friends, you've shared the most exciting parts and all the hard parts with us too. We truly couldn't have gotten here without you. Shout out to my husband, because he was waiting on me hand and foot while I sat studying for hours on weekends. I'm sure he's not alone. You all have watched us sacrifice our time. You've watched us triage the laundry and the chores and determine that none of it required immediate attention. You've been there for us when we've lost just a pinch of our sanity over practice questions. And even though we've ruined every medical series you've ever enjoyed, you've stuck it out with us, and that means a lot. Now we're at the finish line, and it almost doesn't even seem real. In our first semester, before we got to know each other, back when we were all struggling to figure out what was going on, I came to class one day, and I picked up 9 ATI books, several of them thicker than a Snicker. And I thought, I have to learn all of this in 2 years? There's no way. I had no idea what I had just gotten myself into, but we came to class every week. For better or for worse, we made ourselves at home within these walls and with each other. 2 years of sweat and tears, 2 years of cramming for assessments, practicing our skills, fitting clinical rotations into our busy lives. After all the sleepless nights, I've learned something about myself and my classmates. We're tough. We're laminate your notes so the tears just roll off tough. From learning the reason why you always wear gloves, y'all remember the pudding, to starting that first IV in clinical, I can recall getting my supplies ready and wrapping the tourniquet around an older gentleman's arm, who's very kind, by the way. He asked me if I had gotten to do any IVs before, and I said, oh yeah, a few. I didn't tell him they were all on SimMan. So as a class, we've shared many firsts. We've shared some lasts too. And as nurses, we get very unique perspectives on the world. Life is precious. We know this. We care for our patients across the lifespan, from labor and delivery to hospice and everywhere in between. So as we leave the classroom behind, I hope that you are mindful of the privilege that you carry, the impact you will create. You will be a lifeline for people as they navigate deep waters. You will hold a hand for someone who is sick, someone who is scared. It is our job to be there, even when it's sad, even when it's difficult or awkward. So stay humble, stay grateful, and stay kind. I also beg you, do not lose yourself in that ocean, because being a nurse is exciting, but it's also intimidating. Be patient with yourself, because it's a little like riding a unicycle, singing, balancing books on top of your head, and trying desperately not to run over someone while you're programming an IV pump. So give yourself some grace. There will be bad days. That's okay. You can make up for those with good ones. And remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You owe it to your patients, your partners, your loved ones to take care of yourselves and make sure that you're squeezing in a little self-care PRN, because I know you haven't done that since 2020 at least. I also challenge you to keep chasing your dreams. Imagine yourself in 10 years. Be your own hero. It's okay to look up to this version of yourself. This version may change many times along the way. That's good. That's growth. If you do this, I promise you will always have a dream to chase. And as we leave today, make sure you hold tight to all the memories. Keep going, keep growing, and pass on the good stuff along the way. Thank you guys. Be blessed.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to thank everybody for being here. It means so much to all of us that you're here to share this special day. Now, I'll be honest, I struggled to write this speech. I spent so much time in front of my computer trying to figure out how to summarize all that we've been through these last 2 years. However, I'm going to try to paint you a picture titled Memoirs of a Nursing Student. On our first day of class, we were told, say goodbye to your families because you're going to hardly see them over 2 years, and to also find a good psychiatrist. I laughed at what I thought was a joke. That was not a joke. To get this pen is one of the greatest accomplishments of our lives. I want to stress to everyone how much each and every student in front of me had to sacrifice and overcome to get here. If we had a dime for every time we told someone, I can't, I have to study, we would have a very large jar of dimes. These are some of the strongest, most intelligent, most hard-headed people you will ever meet. There are people sitting in front of me who went through loss, grief, raising children, and a laundry list of other hurdles, and they still made it to this moment. I just want to say that I'm so proud of each and every one of you all, and if you all don't mind, please join me in another round of applause for all these wonderful future nurses. Now, let's get away from some of the sappy stuff and get into some of these memoirs. Nursing school sort of feels like you're in a room, everything in that room is on fire, and you're sitting in the middle of it drinking an iced coffee saying, this is fine, I'm fine. However, you're not alone in that fire. There are 50 other people around you going through the exact same thing. I have met some of the greatest people during this time of my life. We have leaned on each other and picked each other up when we said, I ain't gonna make it, or I'm over it. Nakia, that's your catchphrase. I also want to pay a special thank you to my friend Donna. Donna has been like our class mom from day one. When we needed a boost, a slap back into reality, a prayer, or a hug, she was always there with open arms. Thank you for always being there for all of us, Donna. I also want to say thank you to all the nurses who taught us during our clinicals and preceptorships. We learned so much from you all and are grateful for the knowledge we gained. Clinicals was what made this journey worthwhile for us. Those were the worst of times, those were the best of times. We were getting up at 3 a.m., cramming for tests on lunch breaks, helping each other with our patients, and cheering each other on for getting that IV on the first try. Clinicals taught us discipline, teamwork, and how to handle almost anything that was thrown our way. I would like to share a story from one of my clinical days that was a cardinal point in my personal journey. On one of my first preceptorship days, I was shaking in my boots and questioning if I was capable of being a good nurse. It had been a terrible morning. The ICU was filled with very sick people. I felt so overwhelmed, and I'd witnessed my first death that day. I went to the bathroom and cried for a little, and then I headed out to answer another patient's call-out. When I asked her what she needed, she grabbed my hand and said, "You've been through it today. I just want to tell you thank you and that you're doing a great job. You made me feel loved today." I will carry her words with me for the rest of my life. That was the day that I learned that sometimes it isn't you who heals the patient, it's that patient who heals you. Maya Angelou said, as a nurse, we have the opportunity to heal the mind, soul, heart, and body of our patients. They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. It may not always feel like it, but we are making such a difference in the lives of others. We are with patients and families on some of the worst days of their lives. The struggle that we have been through is so worth it when we get to see that difference that we are making. This program did not only teach us how to be textbook nurses, it taught us how to be advocates, critical thinkers, and supporters of others. We now have the opportunity to make such a positive change in the lives of others, and for that we are so grateful. Lastly, thank you to our instructors for tolerating us these past 2 years. I know we sure did not make it easy on you all. Without you, we would not be here, and we're grateful for all that you have done for us. We appreciate everybody being here this afternoon, and thank you for all of your continued support and encouragement. Now let's go past that NCLEX and put RN behind our names. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. Both of those were really heartwarming speeches. Okay, now we want to take just a moment for the presentation of awards. Every year, we give awards to the student who has earned the most amount of points in the program. The students know exactly what that means. They have lived, breathed, slept, bled points for 2 years, 1 to 2 years. And probably most of you in the audience understand what that means too. So first off, we have our E. Paige Umberger Award. E. Paige Umberger was among the first nursing instructors at Southwest Virginia Community College. As an instructor, she set high standards for her standard of excellence. Her legacy is the excellent nurses throughout the country that she has taught. This award was named for her. So this award honors the on-campus graduate with the most points earned. And this year, the award goes to Ms. Chessie Billups. All right, next is the Florence Nightingale Booth Center Award. So the Booth Center is our off-campus site at Southwest, and this award honors the graduate from the Booth Center with the most points earned. And this year, that award goes to Miss Abigail Jones. All right, our last award is for the LPN to RN Bridge Academic Achievement Award. The LPN to RN Transition Program allows LPNs to receive credit for previous education to prepare to become an RN, decreasing their curriculum by a year at Southwest. This award honors the graduate in that program track with the most points earned, and this year the award goes to Miss Amanda Baldwin. All right, next is the moment you all have been waiting for, the presentation of the graduates. I'm going to welcome Miss Bethany Rose to the stage, and if the first row of graduates would approach the stage.
Rachel Grace Acosta. Amanda Baldwin. Caitlin Baldwin. Katie Benson. Chessie Phillips. Keisha Lee Blackwell. Kimberly Ballstick. Jeannie B. Bowles. Sydney Breeding. Sarah Elizabeth Carter. Drake Clevenger. Chelsea Rebecca Combs. Kimberly Davis. Kayla Nicole Dillo. Stephanie Michelle Dishman. Tori Dotson. Isabel England. Kristen Nicole Flack. Donna Gollett. Nakia Dickerson Hodge. Lee Ann Horn. Katie Hudson. Dwayne Hurley. Aaliyah Johnson. Abigail Jones. Brianna Justice. Kaylee Paige Justice. Kayla Murray Kennedy. Morgan Emily Lane. Ty Larimer. Chris McCowan. Saeed Adnan Ahmed Moaz. Chloe Elizabeth Newberry. Hannah Lynn Osborne. Brandy Michelle Picorni. Laura Faye Rodder. Joshua Chandler Rife. Ashlyn McKenna Sawyers. Malin Janae Smith. Lakin Leanne Sparks. Jaylee Stanley. Jeremy Stout. Abigail Usselton. Rachel Marie Van Dyke. Selena Witt. Madison Yates. Olivia Delaney Young.
Okay, now comes one of my favorite parts of the Penning program, and that is when we recite together the International Pledge for Nurses. So I'd like you to stand and remain standing after we complete this too, okay? Repeat, you'll be saying it along with me, but when you say it, I want you to think about the words you're saying and write them in your heart, okay? So, in full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess with regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the nurse. Remain standing.
Thank you all. It's been such an honor and privilege to be a part of your journey. I hope that you stay in touch. We pray that you pass the NCLEX. We're so, so proud of you all. Dr. Brandon, Dr. Pinion, faculty, staff, and family, I would like to present to you the RN graduating class of 2023. All right, if the audience would please remain standing as the graduates exit the gymnasium, we would appreciate it. Thank you for coming today.